Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
A sweep? You serious, Clark? Is the roundup. What is going on, Ranger fans? How are we doing? We had a great weekend, a good Monday, a good Father's Day for all the dads out there. Yeah, I went a little hard on Sunday, and then just didn't want to do anything on Monday. So I figured I had the Rangers had the day off. I took the day off. Well, I worked, but just laid about, checked emails, ran some reports, stuff like that. Boring stuff. Boring stuff. But yeah, nice Father's Day. Went golfing with my boys and my brother. We had a good old time, and then went to dinner, and then the party continued, and we just went out a little bit later, and I was looking at the clock. I was like, I don't know. What do you think? One more, and it always goes one more. But anyway, yeah, great weekend. Like I said, I hope all you dads out there had a great Father's Day, a great weekend. Hope everybody had a nice, fun little Monday. Hello Tuesday. Tomorrow is Strikeout Beer podcast day. We should be live, Alan and myself, live on Strikeout Beer at 8 p.m. Central Time. If you want to join the live chat, you can. It's on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. So, but anyway, yeah. Hey, guess what? Rangers are on fire, unofficially, I think. But I mean, you sweep a bad team. You've won 7 out of your last 8, if I'm not mistaken. Now, this series was pretty close. Let's just be honest. I think he scored 9 runs total in these 3 games, right? 3 in the first, 5 in the second, and then 2 to finish this one off. And the sticks it got kind of dicey. I'm not gonna lie. Saturday night, or Saturday afternoon, whatever. What time did they finish? I guess it was nighttime. I don't know. I did have a kind of a long weekend, so I apologize. But you know what? Screw it. Let's jump right in. Game 1, White Sox in Arlington taking on the Rangers. At the time, obviously the Sox are in they're 5th place in the AL Central. They were 23-47 going into this. Rangers were 34-36, 3rd in the AL West. They were 2 games under 500. So, but this last little burst has helped them out tremendously. Anyways, Rangers win 3-1. Rangers put up, we'll see. White Sox put up 1 run on 6 hits, no errors. The Rangers 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors. Webb gets his 4th win of the season. He's now 4-3 with a 4.26 ERA. Hauser's 2-2 with a 2.15 ERA. Garcia, he gets the loss, obviously. Garcia gets his 5th save of the season, 3.00 ERA. Rangers get things going in the first with the sac fly from Corey Seager. They put up 1 there, 1 in the 3rd. And that's actually a Josh Smith homer if you want to hear it. This is courtesy of the Rangers Sports Network.
The innings you throw in a given game can cause some fatigue. Smith hammers one to right center.
It was hit pretty well.
Pause that conversation. Backtrack out of here. Josh Smith.
There you go. It looks like it went into the bullpen, but he did crush it. So Rangers tack 1 more on in the 5th. That's enough to do it. Like I said, White Sox only put up 1 run. Very good stuff. Good stuff. He's your player of the game. He went 2 for 3, had a homer, a walk, an RBI, and 3 runs. He actually had all the runs for the Rangers that night. Armstrong threw 3 innings, give up no hits, no errors, had 5 strikeouts, and then Gilbert was your 3rd top performer. He threw 2 innings, gave up a hit, 0 earned runs, and a strikeout. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but we'll see about that as my brain ping-pongs around in here. Team comparison, Rangers had the only homer. Now, the Rangers had 12 total bases versus the White Sox 8. No stolen bases in this one. Both teams left 7 on, and both teams had 0 errors. So good stuff all around. Pitching, again, the White Sox can blow up sometimes. They can. So to make sure you got to keep them under your thumb, keep them in check, And it is a bullpen night, with Eovaldi being on IL, Malley's on his way there, whatnot. So this is a bullpen night. So Armstrong 3 innings, Webb threw 2 innings, gave up a hit and had a strikeout. Jackson threw an inning, gave up a hit, had a strikeout as well. Milner, he came in for 1/3 of an inning, gave up 3 hits, a run, earned run, and then Martin came in for 2/3 of that inning, had a strikeout. Win an inning. Garcia again finished off with an inning, gave up 1 hit, had 2 walks and a strikeout there. 9 strikeouts total for the Texas pitchers. It was I tell you what though, it got a little hairy. You got a little nervous. You're like, oh, come on now, and you're like, you can't do this. Come on, it's the Sox, man. Come on. But yeah, they end up getting that dub, and you got to beat the bad teams. I said it last season before that. It's like, when you're at home and you get to play the bad teams, which, the White Sox are, 23-47. They're bad this year, but they have these sparks of being good. And you can't let that team beat you. Now, again, not much doing for the Rangers other than having, they had the 7 hits. Smith had 2 hits, Langford 1, Simeon 1, Berger 2, Heim had 1. 4 walks in this game. Seager had a pair. Smith had 1. Carter had 1. Strikeouts, low number this time, 3. Garcia, obviously, he's going to have 1 a game, but Seager had 1. He was swinging for the fences too. And Langford, he got rung up as well. So I don't know about rung up or swung. I don't remember. I'll be honest with you. I'm like starting to kind of fade a little bit, but I guess we could talk about it real quick before we switch gears. This was put out today. Texas Rangers outfield Josh Smith has been selected for the American League Player of the Week for the week ending June 15th. It was announced today by Major League Baseball. This is again at TX Rangers PR on X. Go follow them. Let's see. This is the first time that the Smith has won the weekly award and the first time a Texas player has claimed the honor in 2025, as the club had only 1 winner last season. Marcus Semien, May 6th. Let's say for May 6th through 12. Okay, yeah. Week ending on the 12th, 2024. Smith batted .423, 500, 796, and 1269. I don't know why I was doing that. With 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 3 doubles, 4 RBIs, and more walks than strikeouts. He had 4 walks, 2 strikeouts over 6 games last week, leading the AL batters in total. Man, why does it keep doing this to me? Stop it. No, I don't want to adjust anything. I just want to read what I'm trying to read here. I guess I'm trying to scroll on a screenshot, and it's throwing it for a loop. Leading AL batters in total bases, 20. Hits, he was tied. Extra base hits, he was tied. His 1269 OPS was the second highest mark in the AL, trailing only teammate Evan Carter at 1434. So great stuff, great work. What a hell of a week for him. Anyway, flip the page. We go to game 2. Rangers one game under 500. The perfect matchup here as far as, a weak team. Let's get to 500. Let's see what happens, whatever. Anywho, Latz gets his first win of the season, 3.65 ERA. Alexander gets his 7th loss of the season. He's 3-7 right now with a 5.53 ERA. Rangers win 5-4. They walk it off. I was sitting there, you're kind of like biting your nails. You're like, come on, dude. Like, what the hell's going on? Absolutely insane. White Sox score 4 runs on 9 hits and had 2 errors. Rangers 1 run, or excuse me, I was reading the 5th inning. They had 5 runs on 10 hits. So plenty of hits in this game and plenty of runs as well. White Sox get things going in the 4th with 2 runs. Rangers counter with 1 in the 5th, then 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th after the White Sox put up another one. And then the White Sox were threatening, and they did end up scoring that tying run in the top of the 9th. It was like, God, you're just sitting there looking at it like, I can't believe this crap. I think it was, freaking Michael Taylor. And then it went all the 10th inning. It got close a couple times. I don't know why we didn't play like small ball a little bit, but that's just me. Whatever. Anyways, they go to the 11th, and then Garcia walks it off. Let me go ahead and play that for you, courtesy of the Ranger Sports Network. This is Garcia knocking in Evan Carter. All right, here you go.
Adolis 2 for 5, a single and a double. Struck out against Alexander in the 9th.
Swinging a hammered ball to center. Robert racing after it. It's going to fall and the Rangers win. Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. He smoked it. They were playing kind of in, but he got a hold of it. It was a line drive essentially to the warning track, about, 5-10 feet in front of the warning track, but he smoked it and got that dub. And he became the player of the game right there. 3 for 6, he had a double, 2 strikeouts. I don't know why they put that in there, an RBI. Your top performer is DeGrom. It was DeGrom day, baby. He threw 6 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and 6 strikeouts. Vasil, 4 innings thrown, gave up 2 hits, no earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. And then Smith, 2 for 5. He had 2 doubles, a walk, and 2 runs. No homers in this game for either team. Rangers had 15 total bases versus the White Sox 11. No stolen bases in this one either. Rangers left 17 on versus the White Sox 8. Clearly, White Sox were the more efficient team in scoring. There was just a lot of ducks on the pond. It was just like every inning. Like, what the hell's going on? We got to get these guys in. And then the White Sox.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Had the 2 errors. So there you go. But yeah, DeGrom threw 6 innings. He only gave up, he gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Had 6 strikeouts. His ERA is not 2.19. What's wrong with that? Nothing to sneeze at. And, now the other couple runs were Booshley. I said his name last week and now I messed up again. He threw an inning, gave up a hit, a run, had 3 strikeouts though, but he did give up that costly run. Milner threw an inning. He gave up a hit and had a strikeout. Jackson came in for 2/3 of an inning, hit, and he's the other guy. He gave up the other run, the tying run, and had a strikeout. Garcia comes in, throws a 1/3 of an inning, gives up a hit, has a strikeout, and then Latz closes her out. 2 innings, had 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. He's got a 3.65 ERA, as I mentioned before. Yeah, there you go. You're in a tight spot. You come back, you cough up the lead, and then you come back and win it. So good stuff all around for this one. This is a solid game too. But yeah, the walk-off, it's always fun. Of course, we were out at Lizzie and I got out of the house for a little bit. And so we watched the game at the bar and just, it was nice. It was nice. A couple of the Ranger fans there. It was kind of sparse. Not a lot of people there, but it was nice. And then of course, the beauty, the touch with the walk-off. So that leads us to the Sunday afternoon game. Rangers already won the series. They're going for the sweep. They're at 500. They're 36-36. Come on, baby, right? And it's a closer. And I mentioned this. I looked at my wife. I was like, last time Rocker was out, it was Rocker Day. If you didn't know, Rocker was on the mound. And I was like, he's due. He'll have a bad game, almost terrible game, maybe another slightly off game, but then he comes back and he'll pitch. And like, he's good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was so pissed. They were like, hey, they're going to the minor leagues, dude, whatever. And he got called back up because, pitching issue, people getting hurt, fatigue and stuff like that. And like, hey, you got to pitch. So pitched a pretty damn good game. If you don't mind me saying so. Rangers win 2-1. Sox win. They scored 1 run on 8 hits and had an error. Rangers 2 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Rocker gets his second win of the season, 2-4, 7.31 ERA. Savali gets his 3rd loss of the season. He's 1-3 with a 4.67 ERA. Jackson 9th save of the season, 3.91 ERA. Rangers get things going in the second. They put up 1 there, 1 in the 5th. That's enough to do it. And I think I had I have that queued up. Oh yeah, Duran doubled in the second on a fly ball to right field and knocked in Garcia. Duran needs more credit anyways. When he's out there pitching or
that one up the
coming
alley,
in
right
here
center field
pinch
could
hitting.
be trouble. Tachman turns, that one's by him. Garcia
trucking, baby.
Third.
Missed the cutoff.
Is held on to Ezekiel Duran with a Father's Day double, and the Rangers strike first in the second.
Yeah, baby. So Rockets your player of the game through 5 innings, no earned runs, had 6 strikeouts and a walk. He's obviously one of your top performers as well, giving up 4 hits, no earned runs, as I mentioned, and 6 strikeouts. Duran, 2 for 3, 2 doubles, a walk, RBI. Vargas, he went 1 for 4, a homer, an RBI, and a run. Only homer, obviously, by the White Sox. Total bases 14-2 by in favor of the Rangers. The only 2 stolen bases were by the White Sox. Rangers left 11 on versus the White Sox is 8, and the Sox had the only error of the game. So there you go. Good stuff. Yeah, solid start for Rocker. Then Webb came in for an inning and a third, gave up a couple hits. He's the one that actually gave up the homer. Then Wynn came in for an inning and 2/3, gave up 2 hits, had 2 strikeouts. Jackson threw an inning, had 1 strikeout. So there you go. Total strikeouts for Texas pitching, 12 on this one. And, they've had some strikeouts throughout, in the previous night was 15. They're definitely on the right side of these strikeouts. And then obviously the Friday night game, it was a 9 strikeouts. So they're definitely getting the opposing team's batters to swing or looking or whatever. And, and I did notice that, the Rangers have struck out a little bit less lately. So, okay. I mean, I'm here for it. I mean, they struck out 13 times, yesterday or Saturday, but yeah. Anyways, awesome start. Great series. A series that you had to win. You had to win. We're already in June. All-star voting is open. I've talked about it every single week. Go to MLB.com and vote your Rangers in. But anyways, latest injury report. Tyler Mahle, he's hitting the 15-day IL. It's retroactive to June 12th. Right shoulder fatigue. He felt something in his shoulder during the start on June 10th when he allowed 4 runs in 5 2/3 inning. He will continue to be evaluated, but they're just going to put him on the 15-day IL and just let him chill. That's what it is. He's not hurt. He's just a lot of innings. He's had a great year so far. Let him rest. Evaldi's still on the IL as well. Right tricep fatigue. He threw a bullpen session on June 14th at Globe Life Field. Bruce Bochy said he came out of it well and he's progressing nicely. The GM was on with the ticket this morning talking about the pitching and whatnot. And with Evaldi, he's like, yeah, he's ready. We're just letting him rest. So, and he mentioned the other pitchers as well. Bradford and John Gray, they're on the IL and they're actually getting close to being ready. So it'll be nice. I mean, right now, Evaldi's I don't know how soon they're going to pull him back or bring him back up. I don't see him listed as the probable pitchers, obviously, because he hasn't been activated yet. But, when he gets back, you got DeGrom still looking good. Mahle's going to take a break. Leiter looks good. He's actually starting tonight. Bradford will be back. Patrick Corbin's been great. And then you got Rocker. And Rocker's, he's either going to have a great outing or he's going to give up, 5 or 6 runs in a couple innings. So, but good stuff there. And they're amending. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Good. All right. Let's take a look at where's the rankings at? Don't I have the rankings on this thing? I don't have the freaking rankings. I had them. Now they're not there. Jesus Christ. Can you tell I just record these and I don't edit or nothing? What the hell's going on? Yeah, there we go. Standings, not rankings. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyways, Rangers are in 3rd place. They're 5 games back on the Astros, a half game back on the Mariners. Right now, they're 36-36 with a 500 win percentage. 1 game back on the wild card. They're 7-3 in their last 10, 4-game winning streak, plus 27 on the run scored versus run allowed. They've put up 265 runs, given up 238. So that number that's awesome, right? They put a big dent in that in the last 8 games. These last 8 wins of theirs, or 7 wins. Yeah. Ooh, it's been great. 23-13 at home, which is good. 13-23 on the road, which is not that great. Obviously, they got a game tonight against Kansas City. They're hosting them for 3 games. As I mentioned before, they don't have the probable pitchers listed yet, but we'll go over those in a second. I did want to look at the stand or the rankings real quick, just to kind of show you right now in hitting as a team, the Rangers are 26 now, right? They're in front of the Angels. They're in front of the White Sox of the American League. They're also in front of the Pirates and the Rockies in the NL. They were dead. They were down there with the Rockies and the White Sox. They were dead last. You know what I mean? This is as of like batting average. They got a 229 collectively as a team. I mean, in first place is 264. So that's kind of how tight it is, right? 264 for the Dodgers, 229 for the Rangers, and things are looking up, right? The Rangers are getting their butts in gear, and they're starting to make some good contact. I mean, a lot of extra base hits, a lot of homers, doubles, triples. I mean, they're having fun with it. So as long as they keep doing that, I think, we'll all be happy. Now, as far as pitching goes, you already know this. They're the number one in the AL in ERA, 3.10. And they're only behind the New York Mets in the total, the whole league. So they're doing phenomenal in the pitching department. With the injuries and the rest they're giving these guys, it might slip a little bit because bullpen will have to throw another game. But yeah, they got a game tonight, 7:05, game tomorrow, 7:05, and a game on Thursday, which is a 1:35 game. I'm trying to go to that one. It's bobblehead night. It's the 2023 World Series Final Out bobblehead. It's got Jonah Heim, screaming. He's holding spores. And then tomorrow night, obviously, it's Dollar Hot Dog night. And then it's theme night on Thursday. It's a Marcus Semien replica ring night. So you need a ticket for that if it's a theme night. But the bobblehead, I think it just goes to it's presented by Globe Life. And the first 20,000 fans get it. So if you're heading out there, get there a little early. Get there a little early. And as I mentioned, Jack Leiter's hitting the bump tonight. He's 4-3 with a 3.88 ERA, 45 strikeouts, taking on Seth Lugo. He's a righty as well, 3-5 with a 3.18 ERA and 52 strikeouts. No one's listed for the Rangers for Wednesday or Thursday at this moment. But for Kansas City, you got Chris Bubik and Michael Wacha going, hitting the bump for the Royals there. So good stuff. Looking forward to it. This is the last 3 games at home before they fly out on Friday to take on the Pirates for a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday 3-game series. And then they're off on Monday, traveling over to Baltimore to take on the Orioles for 3 games too. They won't be back until Friday, June 27th, when they host the Mariners. So that'll be fun. They just make it, even if you go 500 in this stretch, and then you get to host the Mariners, and then the Baltimore comes to town as well. But you get to play the Mariners, try to at least overtake them in second and put some distance between them and them and them. And try to catch up to these Astros a little bit. But yeah, there you go. I mean, it's what a great little stretch they're on. And the sweep, come on. You can't, nothing even to be upset about or mad. Everything, you should be smiling ear to ear. You should be jacked up on Mountain Dew. And you know what? For that, I'm going to get out of here. I've got chicken bacon in the oven. I can smell it burning right now. I know that's weird, but I just threw some chicken breast in there. But yeah, hey, let's go Rangers. Thanks for listening to the Roundup.